IMTC World, we have so many wonderful speakers and moderators. Come learn from Leon Isaacs from DMA and see what he had to say.
Well, the main points I was talking about was the de-risking phenomenon, and the biggest thing with that is that it's complex. There is no easy solution. I think secondly, it involves all the stakeholders working together, talking together, and making sure they understand each other's position. But I think overall now we've reached a point where the governments actually have to take concrete action. We are not going to get any long-term solutions unless governments actually make either laws or directives to banks and money transfer companies around what is and what isn't acceptable. Those will be the main points. I think the key things are, one is people actually need, the money transfer companies need to make the regulators and the banks understand their position. I think somebody in the audience made a great point about improving the PR of the money transfer companies, and I couldn't agree more with that. And I think the third thing is that the money transfer companies and the banks need to agree a set of standards to which the money transfer companies can actually comply if they're going to be able to keep or get new bank accounts. I think the IMTC conference, this one in Miami, it's only the second I've been to. I think it's great. The location is great, of course. Coming from England, we're not used to this weather at any time of year, but definitely not in November. But I think more importantly, just the number of people that are coming, the range of those peoples, and actually the subject matter that's being discussed. This is sort of really practical issues. There's not actually a lot of hot air being talked. I think it's much more pragmatic. And what's interesting, I was a bit perturbed because a lot of people left my presentation at the beginning, and then I realised that it wasn't because it was bad, although it might have been, but it was actually more because they were going to do business. And the amount of meetings people are having outside of the main sessions to do business is a really strong endorsement of this event.